Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eternal Flames. This is Blaze speaking. Now, for those of you who, for some reason, have tuned into my station, which, if you did, I feel kind of sorry because this is going to be one short broadcast. For the rest of you, this is going to be a highlight or overview of Robocraft. Now, what is Robocraft? Robocraft is a build-your-own vehicle, go into combat, and bust up your opponent type game. This is one of those few occasions where you kind of get like the Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts feel along with Minecraft and a couple other things. Now the world is not blocky. There is no mining, there is no digging, but there's plenty of construction to be had. Now, to go into an overview, first off, meet my baby. This is the Striker. And had a couple overhauls over and over and over again. And you can also get other ones. So there's my Striker. Here's Grounder's Eyes, my plane. And then Ray. Ray is currently empty because I've revamped this thing so many times that, well, I just got nothing for this space right now. So I'm actually using it to help some friends kind of gear up. Now, how do you gear up per se? Well, up in my upper left-hand corner, right? Let's see if I can, there we go. Up in here, you guys will notice CPU/P-flops. I don't know what P-flops means, don't ask me. And then player level. As you level up, you're going to earn more CPU, which is basically how much you can actually put down. So the stronger you get as a person, the stronger you're going to get. However, you'll notice that down here on the bottom, right, we've got ourselves tier 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. This is the level of your Robo. Now, these tiers are very different, and they have very different strengths and weaknesses. But we're not going to go over that. We'll probably go over that in a tutorial sometime later. Meantime, I just want to kind of give you guys an idea of how this works. Basically, to tier up, what you need to do is you need to go into your tech tree. If you notice, I've already unlocked a good chunk here. I'm about the midway point, right? And as you level up, you're going to earn points. Now, you see, I've got a lot of points over here. I've played a lot of this game over the past 4 or 5 days. And I have been just completely going nutso on this. And if you notice, I have not touched tier 6 through 10. I am literally midway through, and I have come almost to a standstill. The game will gradually get harder, okay? Now, does this mean that when you hit 5, you might also stop playing because you're not going to progress? No! Better players will progress at different rates. For me, I'm more of an early game person, and I had to kind of find what works and what doesn't work for certain guns and weapons. Speaking of guns and weapons, there are currently 3 types available in the game. SMG, which, while that does stand for subatomic machine gun, it's almost more like a assault rifle than a machine gun. Just an FYI. So the more you do burst fire, the more accurate you'll be as comparison to just fucking gunning it. Aside from that, we've got rail cannons, which are my personal favorite, aka sniper rifles. Yeah, you heard me, sniper rifles. And then you've got grenade launchers, aka plasma launchers. These things are right now overpowered in the game. A lot of people are complaining about them. So if there's a meta for this game, that would be it. That would be the thing that's going to get you victory most of the time. Now, a couple of you going, okay, this is all well, great and fine. Is there something I should know? Like, is there a specific way I need to build and stuff like that? Truth be told, actually, no. You can build however you want. But one thing you have to remember, physics. Physics is a big part of this game. So despite the fact that this is very blocky and stuff, these wheels have a certain weight capacity. If they're overloaded, they're going to be more sluggish and hard to control. Will they still work? Kinda. Like, I've actually had tier 2 wheels on this particular machine, and it worked, just not well. Like, I had a hard time driving it, which I guess I don't need to drive it too much, seeing as I got sniper rifles all over this thing. Now, this is all great and well and stuff, and I've given an overview and stuff like that, but what's with the different color blocks? Well, if I go back into my tier setup here, you'll notice there's armored cubes, armored prism, tetra, blah blah blah, right? Each tier, as you go up, is going to be more and more powerful, and eventually you're going to get these shields. Now, these shields are exactly what they sound like. They are shields. Let's see if I can throw one down real quick. So if I throw this... Oh, I don't have the P-flops for it. I'll just get rid of that real quick. If I put one of these down, it looks kind of wonky. It's a little bit weird. But truth be told, right, this shield will actually take a buttload of damage outright. It's extremely powerful, believe it or not. And if I just put this back real quick, if I go into my hardware and mouse over, you'll see shield 2434. Okay, this means that despite its armor, it's actually going to take that much damage and just negate it. That damage is gone. So this is kind of a hidden value health, something that your opponents aren't going to get, and it could very well save your machine. Now, like I said, aside from physics, you can build however you want, and we have seen some weird builds. We have seen the Penis Mobile. It is there. We have seen the Nanomobile. That was a thing. I'm hoping it was driven by Sea Nanners. Shout out to Sea Nanners. Let the cheatsy doodles rain on. So keep physics in mind and you're good to go. And yeah, they've even got stuff for in case you flip over. This thing is called a rectifier. It will actually try to flip you right side up, providing your bottom is heavier than your top. Once again, physics. But let's go ahead and show off a bit of combat. Hopefully I don't suck too bad at this. This is tier 5. Like I said, tier 5, a lot harder than say tier 1 through 3. 4, kind of hard, not too hard. It's kind of a give and take. So let's see if we can get into a fight here, and I'll show you a bit of combat. Now, these matches are going to be about 10 minutes long. As you can see, we're all loading up. It's a 10v10. These fights will last anywhere between 2 to the full 10 minutes. Okay? These matches are quick. They're exciting, and it's the kind of game that you fight, you go back, you battle, you build, and you do it again and again and again, and it's always, let me just tweak my robo a little bit more and see if I can get that extra little edge that just makes me stronger. You win, you go, okay, well, it'll make me stronger. You lose, just go, okay, what could I have done to have won? And you adjust accordingly. And you will be rebuilding a lot. Anyways, let me kind of shut up here and focus a little bit. Hopefully there's not too many flyers, and yeah, later tiers, there are flying robos. Be prepared for the worst of the... Oh, speaking of the worst of the worst. And... he just got out of my range. If you notice, these guys are being very smart about how they attack. Me, I like to kind of stay still and focus in a little bit, and we're basically keeping an eye out because I don't need to be flanked by a flyer. Someone's glitching. Oh, someone's hit me. It's another sniper. Okay. Anyways, the game is basically this. You're gonna build, you're gonna fight, and if you notice, I took a little bit of damage, and the front end of my vehicle is decimated. Now, I took another hit, and if you notice, I'm missing more. Now, you do have a pilot. If your pilot is hit, you will instantly lose. However, early tier, it's really hard to actually cripple like that. So keep that in mind, but later tiers, you get hit dead on, you are dead. Get dead. So damn dead, you didn't even know you were dead. Oh! He just trimmed my pilot, gave him a little bit of a haircut. Ooh, I plan on wrecking you, son. Oh. We're just having a back and forth here. What's funny is, we have not taken off each other's weapons. That's actually one thing you can do, is you can shoot off their weapons. So, oh, someone's at our base. I don't think he saw, no, he saw me. Notice this guy's actually got a lot of shields on, so it's actually a lot harder for me to do some damage to him. And he has stripped me of my weapons. Now I get to flail about like a little girl. Please don't hurt me. He hurt me. You can't catch this. Ooh, so close. I've only got one wheel. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. You can do it. You can do it. He got me. Okay. Looks like there's only one person left on my team. There's a lot left on the other team. Some matches go like this, some matches don't. And you saw there's a bit of back and... Oh, there's my teammate who glitched. Oh, this is making me dizzy. Okay, we didn't get... Okay, there we go. Team defeat. Hopefully none of you are having a seizure right now. That's a glitch that they need to fix. It's been happening on and off every now and again, but it's rare. I'm actually a little bit upset that you guys even had to see that. Anyways, if you notice, it actually tells you enemy CPU destroyed. That's enemy blocks. In defense, I hit 40 or 74. I got 1 assist. I didn't scout, and I didn't capture their base. This is how much money I've earned, and I even got a tech token. This is how you buy those extra techs from the tech tree. So let's see my repairs. My repairs were not too bad. I earned like 300. It could be worse. Now, if you actually hit R, you can actually set up for auto repair, which is what I did. And I think the last thing I'll go over is how these tech points work. So basically, if you notice, there's a 5-star, 5-star, 7-star, 9-star. Those are the tier you have to be in to earn those points, and pretty much you spend those points specifically on those stars. You're going, well, why can't I just spend tier 1 on tier 9? So that you don't get overpowered too quickly. They want this to be kind of a progression game, so that you fight people who are equally as strong as you, preferably. People who have strong weapons will generally have weak vehicles. People who have weak vehicles will generally have strong weapons. Vice versa. You know, the strong vehicle, weak weapon, so on and so forth. As you notice, I got kind of a mixture, a little bit of in between. But let's say, hey, I don't want to go through this entire leveling system and stuff like that. Well, a lot of people say I don't like pay to win. Robocraft is not pay to win because you saw how much skill it still takes to actually land some of those hits. Grenading and sniper rifles, unless you're already a snapshot with those, they will take time to learn and everything else. So that's the thing. But let's say, oh man, I really want that front-mounted SMG. Well, I could go over here and click this button, and it's going to give me uber tech points for every one I put in. So if I wanted to, I could get 41, right? Well, normally I'd hit upgrade and I get those. However, you notice it also says GC cost. This is where things get a bit funky. GC is this right here. This is actually the in-game cash that you buy with real money. Since this is a free game, they need money to keep the servers up. It happens, it's a thing. You are helping them kind of build a bigger and better game. And this is the pricing. I'm not gonna lie, the pricing is a bit weird, and frankly, I'd rather you just kind of like 5 for $5, you know, 10 for $10, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I see that they're adding a little bit of extra in here compared to this. For the $10, you're actually getting a lot more than from here. You're actually getting like 1,000 more. But it'd be nice to just do, you know, a point for point here. Okay, I understand there's different values for different things, and if you notice, this is in different countries. Yen, I want to say the rupee is this, but and then the euro and all that, right? So that's actually a thing. Now, obviously, I have no GC left. You get 100 to begin with. I spent it on a weapon. Not gonna lie. I bought, you know, a weapon out of my shop, which, as you unlock stuff, you can start buying stuff in the shop, and it does progressively get more and more expensive, and yeah. Now, what about friends? Yes, you can add friends via the social. If you notice, I've actually got someone on here who was dumb enough to name themselves the Jesus Mobile. There's also ignore list, which hasn't actually been added. I don't know why. Platoons are basically groups. while the fight is 10v10, you will only have a platoon of 3, 4 if you buy the premium. And clans hasn't been added yet either. Okay, well, we've gone over all that. What's something else we can cover? Well, let's cover the Robo Shop. I don't like building my own Robo. I don't feel... Well, you can spend a little bit of real money and buy these. These Robos have been built by the developers. And if you notice, it says own and unlock. And it will actually unlock these specialized things strictly for you to actually play around with. And if you notice, it also gives you bonus P-flop CPU, right? And it will it'll give you a 3-day premium and an extra garage slot, which means they will actually give you more garage slots for this stuff. Now you can even go through and you can even take a look at some of these. Like, look at this thing. This thing's actually pretty cool. Oh, it's got sniper rifles. It's got a radar jammer and a radar so that you can see stuff. It's got wheels. Does it have any hover pads? No. But it's a pretty good thing. It's got a pretty decent price. Now, a couple of you going, well, isn't that pay to win? Like, you're bypassing like a good chunk of the system. Here's the thing. Tier 5, which is this tier, if you're buying this and you weren't already in Tier 5, yeah, they're gonna eat you alive. I'm not even joking. As pimp as this thing looks, and this thing looks pretty damn pimp, you will be eaten alive. And as much as everybody's like, well, that's pay to win, no, it's not. You are going to be destroyed. You only want to do this if you're think you're good enough. And they've got stuff all the way up to Tier 7, which is this bad Methuselah right here. And I'm not gonna lie, this thing actually looks pretty badass. But once again, you jump into a fight that you can't take and you will get wrecked. So be prepared for that and know that you're risking your victories. Tier 5 on up also, you have a chance of losing money when you battle. Tiers 1 through 4, they'll generally pay your repair costs as long as you don't self-destruct during a battle. Okay, anything else? Well, allow me to say something very plain. This game claims it's an alpha. A couple of you going, wait, isn't alpha the first stage of gaming? Why are so many people playing it already? Honestly, alpha... allow me to say this strictly to every game developer out there, including you, Robocraft. If you're willing to make people pay for your product, you treat the game like it's a finished product. As far as I'm concerned, this game, even though they're adding more and more to it every chance they get, is a finished product. And while normally I used to say beta is beta, same as Total Biscuit and several others, if you're going to pay for a game, or, well, the game's free actually, if you're going to pay for a product that's attached to a game or pay for the game itself, if it claims it's beta or alpha, you might as well just say, no, you're making me pay for an actual product. Buyer beware is going to be what I say. If you're going to pay for something like this, know that you are taking your money into your own hands. However, if you're just going to play for free, kind of earn your way through and have fun doing it, and maybe you decide to toss a couple dollars at these guys because they did good work, go for it. If anything, I encourage it. On that note, despite the buyer beware, this game is addictive. It is addictive. It is fun. You will not stop playing. I've been playing for like 4 or 5 days straight. I confess this is why there have been fewer videos on the thing, and yes, I have been doing videos, and yes, I have been trying to do my job, and maybe I put off a render or two by accident because it was like 3 AM in the damn morning. Yeah, this game is addictive. You will have fun. You may not like the blocky style, but aside from the aesthetics, this game is wonderful. It's fun. You've seen battle. I've shown you a lot of this stuff. Go play this. Try it. Have fun. Invite friends. Get big groups together. And, just for the record, we're going to have a live stream. Okay? Now, this live stream is going to be on Friday. August 22nd, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Come by, join us, come see the Eternal Flames in action, and trust me, there's a lot of us who are playing this. You're going to be seeing DB Raven, EF Nova, Russelin, and Will Glenn, and we are going to be going to town. Come join us, in fact. And on that note, thank you for coming by, and just remember, nothing says boom like plasma cannons. Good night, everybody.